Here are 13 summon signs in Dark Souls that you probably missed. First things first, in order to summon an NPC to help you battle a boss, you will need to be in human form. So if you've already started to decay and are in a hollowed state, open up your inventory and pop a humanity. Then head to your nearest bonfire and select reverse hollowing. Next, you'll need to find the summon sign, and here is where you need to look. Number 1. Solaire of Astora is a fan favourite NPC, and you'll find him chilling out near the Undead Burg basking in the sun. Well, in order to use him against the Bell Gargoyle boss located in the Undead Parish, you will need to talk to him and complete his dialogue on this balcony opposite the Hellkite Wyvern. Then, just before you enter the Bell Gargoyle fog gate, if you look to the floor, you will see his summon sign glowing brightly. Walk up to it and press confirm, and you're all good to go. Number 2. In addition to using Solaire against the Bell Gargoyles, you can also summon in Knight Lautrec of Carim. To use Lautrec, you will first need to free him from his cell on the other side of the church, on the floor below the Bell Gargoyle fog gate. You will need either the cell key or the master key to unlock his cell. Once you have freed Lautrec and exhausted his dialogue, head back downstairs to the elevator shortcut that takes you to Firelink Shrine, and Lautrec will be waiting for you on the lower section below the bonfire. Talk to him again and finish all of his dialogue. You are then good to return back up the elevator to the Undead Parish. To find Lautrec's sign, head up the first ladder towards the Bell Gargoyles. Walk around the ledge to the opposite side, and his sign will be on the floor in the corner. Confirm the summon and then head up the ladder and enter the boss fight. Number 3. Witch Beatrice is a summon that many people will have missed, mainly due to the fact that her summon sign is hidden underneath the staircase that leads up to the Moonlight Butterfly boss area. While this is possibly the easiest boss in the game, and Beatrice can pretty much solo her, in order to use her for a future boss fight, we will need to summon her now as well. Number 4. For our next summon, we will be heading down into the depths of Lordran as we take on the Gaping Dragon. And we'll be calling on our old friend Solaire of Astora again for some support. Provided you have completed the previous part of his questline in the Undead Burg, his summon sign will appear near the stairs leading down to the boss fog gate. Number 5. Once again, Knight Lautrec of Carim is here to buddy up with Solaire to aid him in the destruction of the Gaping Dragon. And as with Solaire, as long as you have completed Lautrec's questline so far, his summon sign will appear just past Solaire's summon sign, behind a pillar. Number 6. Now we head into the poison swamp that is Blighttown, and in order to summon Man-Eater Mildred against Chaos Witch Quelaag, you must first get invaded by her phantom form in the swamp. All you need to do to find her is head over to the opposite side of the swamp from the bonfire, and she will spawn in. Then, kick some butt, and you're ready to head over to Quelaag's boss arena. Her summon sign will then appear right in front of the boss fog gate. Number 7. Time to introduce a new member to the team with Black Iron Tarkus, who will help us take on the Iron Golem in Sen's Fortress. There is no prerequisite for utilising Tarkus, and his summon sign can be found in the tower near the fog gate. Just head across the bridge to the right, and you will find his summon sign on the floor of the small room. Black Iron Tarkus should be able to single-handedly take on the Iron Golem during his first playthrough, and will stand a fairly good chance on a subsequent playthrough too. Number 8. Flying over to Anor Londo now, and for what is considered by many the best boss of the base game, or should I say bosses of the base game, it only makes sense to level the playing field by taking in our Sombro Solaire to take on the mighty Ornstein and Smaug. First, we need to talk to Solaire in the bonfire room. This isn't required for him to join us for ONS, but it is required for a boss further on down the line, so it makes sense for us to do that while we're here. After you have completed his dialogue, head on over to the boss room. I personally like to utilise the stair skip, as it just speeds up a bit of a long trek. Once in the large hall prior to the boss fog gate, Solaire's summon sign will be on a ledge near the Archer Knight. It is recommended to take out the enemies in this room prior to summoning Solaire, as he will more than likely lose a lot of health while running to the fog gate. Number 9. Providing you summoned her in the Moonlight Butterfly fight, Witch Beatrice will be available as a summon against the Four Kings down in New Londo Ruins. Her summon sign is found just around the corner on the right, just before the bridge leading to the boss fog gate. While she is arguably pretty useless in this boss fight, she does serve as a good distraction for the Four Kings. Number 10. Our next newest member of the team is Paladin Leroy. He can be summoned in to help with the game's most difficult boss, Pinwheel. So, out of all the NPCs you can summon in, this is the one that you will most likely need to use. His summon sign is located on a ledge that you can only access by dropping down onto. In order to access this, you will need to drop off the ledge in the area just prior to where the Titanite demon prowls. You can then drop down again and head on into Pinwheel's boss arena. Number 11. Time for some more shenanigans with our most popular NPC Solaire, and this time he will be helping us face off against the Centipede Demon in Demon Ruins. First though, we will need to go on a little trip back to the Undead Burg and go to the Sunlight Altar bonfire and have a little chinwag with our buddy. We can then head back to the Demon Ruins and find Solaire's summon sign just to the left of the Centipede Demon's fog gate. Once you have defeated the Centipede Demon, Solaire will be sat at the bonfire just after the boss arena. It is crucial that at this point you do not progress any further through Lost Izalith, otherwise it will prevent you from using him later on. More on that to come. Number 12. Now we're heading all the way to the end of the DLC into the Chasm of the Abyss. Prior to fighting Manus, Father of the Abyss, we will need to free the soul of the most wonderfulest of all companions, Sif the Great Grey Wolf. In order to save Sif, you will need to head down to the Chasm of the Abyss dungeon bonfire. At the fork in the road, head left and drop down through the illusionary floor into a secret area. If you then walk towards Alvina, the white cat, she will disappear and then reappear further on down the path. She will do this several times until she leads you to a wall. Hit the illusory wall and it will open up a passage to another secret area, where you will encounter a protected Sif. All you need to do is kill all of the enemies and Sif will be freed. Sif's summon sign can then be found inside Manus' boss arena, just to the left of where you spawn in. Number 13. Saving the best and most complicated for last. Our favourite and most helpful summon by far, Solaire of Astora, has one final foe to help us vanquish. But it's going to take a bit more legwork to finish off his questline before he becomes available to help us do battle with none other than Gwyn, Lord of Cinder. So let's get to it. In order to summon Solaire for Gwyn's boss fight, you need to make sure he doesn't turn hollow in Lost Izalith after the Centipede Demon boss fight. So after defeating the Centipede Demon, but prior to exploring Lost Izalith, you will need to travel back to Quelaag's domain, enter the Chaos Servant Covenant, and be ranked up in the Covenant to level 2. To do this, head to the floor under the second Bell of Awakening, located just beyond Quelaag's boss arena. Then break through the illusory wall and you will find Eingi, the egg burdened NPC blocking your way. Talk to him and make sure you answer yes to his question. He will move out of the way and allow you to talk to Quelaag's sister, the White Lady. Once you have entered her covenant, you will then need to offer 30 humanities in order to unlock an alternative path into Lost Izalith and continue with Solaire's questline. After you have done this, you'll find the shortcut to Lost Izalith in Demon Ruins, just outside the room where you fought the Demon Fire Sage boss. As you exit that room, look to the left and you'll see a hole in the wall. Use the tree roots to reach down to the ground floor and then go to the end of the long hall where you will find a closed door. Interact with it to unlock it and then you will encounter an enemy known as a Chaos Bug. There are 9 of them in total and you will need to kill every single one of them in order to save Solaire. Once you have killed all 9, you can head down the hall and you will find Solaire sitting on the floor. Talk to him and complete all of his dialogue. That is Solaire's questline completed and you are now good to explore Lost Izalith as you see fit. Now that that is all done, we can head to the Kiln of the First Flame. You will need to work your way through the area and kill all the enemies. Solaire's summon sign will appear on the floor at the top of the staircase that leads down to Gwyn's Fog Gate. And that's it! What better way to enjoy some Plim Plim Plon than with the one and only Solaire of Astora? While I know the utilisation of summons is a very controversial topic within the Souls community, I personally love using them, and I think that they add a tone of character to the game. But what do you think? Do you like using summons or not? Either way, which summon do you think is the best? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Dark Souls content.